Hey guys, Lucas here again for another movie review. Today it's for Frankenweenie, the new 3D animated stop-motion black and white film from Tim Burton with the voice talents of Charlie Tahan, Winona Ryder, Catherine O'Hara, Martin Short, and Martin Landau. And if you didn't know, one of the first things that Tim Burton ever did was when he was an animator at Disney, he did a live-action short film of the same name in 1984. And it was about a boy who lost his dog, and he brings him back to life. And this is the same concept, just stretched out into a feature-length film and put in black and white animation. And I was actually pretty excited to see this movie because Tim Burton, the last, I would say, 10 years or so, maybe even 15, hasn't really made that great of a movie or really that good of a movie, because with him, especially when he's adapting other stuff, he puts a lot of style over substance. Examples include Alice in Wonderland and the atrocious Charlie and the Chocolate Factory and Sleepy Hollow and that stuff. So since this was almost like a passion project for him and a really personal movie for him, I was really excited because it looked like it was going back to that character-driven story, and I ended up really enjoying this movie just for that reason. So the story is the same as the short. This time it's played by Charlie Tahan as the voice of the main kid, Victor Frankenstein, who's a loner. He's kind of a Michael Jackson look-alike post-surgery, and the only friend he has is his dog Sparky, and one day during a baseball game, Sparky gets run over, so of course Victor is very upset. And in science class he learns how to bring back but to stimulate cells of dead things by using electricity. So he tries this on his dog, and it ends up working out, but of course Victor has to keep this a secret from everybody so no one tries to do anything crazy. Now, I really enjoyed this movie, and I can definitely say that it's Tim Burton's best movie in the past decade or so. One, I really appreciate the balls that this movie had, not for going as dark as it did, but also doing it in black and white, which is really interesting move, and I'm glad they did that, just to introduce kids that are seeing this to black and white. And it really worked for the tone of this movie, because this movie, especially in the last 20 minutes or so, is a straight homage to 30s and 40s and 50s black and white monster and horror movies. Off the top of my head, I can think of The Mummy, the original Frankenstein. They have even reference to some other later films, Gremlins and stuff. So there's a lot of little nods here that are very clever, and it was pretty cool because there was points where I really felt like I was watching something from that period. And the film looks gorgeous. It's crazy how much emotion you get out of these little puppets. It's just amazing to me. I really liked the characters in this too. There's a lot of eclectic characters. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. I love this kid, Atticus Schaefer, this little kid. He voices Edgar, who is basically Igor from Frankenstein. Even in the credits, his name is Edgar Igor. And he's a lot of fun. He just had me smiling with just how devilishly wicked this kid was, just because he was so funny. He was just such a fun character, and I loved the way that he was animated. He had a hunchback and everything. Really liked him. There's some characters that are really going to scare kids. I do not recommend kids seeing this movie, because there's a character that just goes by the name of Weird Girl, and she has these huge eyes and this emotionless face, and she has a cat, Mr. Whiskers, that's always with her that has the same eyes. So kids will definitely get freaked out. This is a very Tim Burton film, so I wouldn't really take most kids to see this. This is a more adult film. But my favorite would have to be Martin Landau's character. He's the science teacher, and he has like a huge long face, but he is, you could tell Martin Landau had a lot of fun voicing this character, and I really wish he was in the film more, but he was just a blast to watch, and he was, like I said, I really wish there was more of him. And this movie is just, it's so refreshing to see Tim Burton just going back to the characters and relationship driven story than just special effects and gothicness that he has been doing in the last many movies that he's done. Because the thing that really carries this movie is the relationship between Victor and this dog. And you could tell that when Tim Burton cares about the property, he cares about the characters, he can make a good flick, and it's really refreshing because this film had some very well done emotional scenes. None of them were, cloying, or they didn't feel forced. They were all genuine, and it was really great to see. And again, I can't believe how much emotion they get out of these puppets. And I really loved Danny Elfman's score. It really added to those emotional scenes. And it had a very retro vibe to it as well. Just if I had anything negative to say, I would say the film is under an hour and a half, and it does feel a little long. You could definitely feel like they added many story elements to make this a feature-length film. And near the end, while I was definitely entertained, and I would say I was never bored, I was kind of wanting it to wrap up, because you kind of knew how it was going to end, so I didn't really need to go as long as it did. And also, like I said, there's a lot of characters in here that I liked and I had so much fun with that they either are gone or they're underutilized, and I felt like if they had more screen time, I could have watched this movie probably even more than once, but they were absent, so that was kind of a bummer because I really wish they had some more scenes. But this is just a return to form for Tim Burton. While I can't say it's a fantastic animated movie, it's definitely a ballsy animated movie. I think adults will love it. And the last 20 minutes is just so... It's a completely different movie than the first two-thirds, but you can point out so many references. It's just a lot of fun, and I love the look and feel of it. It was just nice to see Tim Burton actually care about a movie that he's doing and actually have an emotional and character-driven story. So I'm going to have to give Frankenweenie 3.5 stars out of 5. So if you like this review, please subscribe for more. I'll see you guys later, and thanks for watching.